The Leslie. Once upon a time, there were a town of poor painters on a hill. Many artists lived in the Greenwich Village area of New York. Two young women named Sue and Josie shared a studio apartment at the top of the three-story building. Sue and Josie were both training to be painters. They lived in a little brick house at the edge of town. In November, a cold and stranger came to visit the city. This disease pneumonia killed many people. Winter was approaching and Josie had come down with pneumonia. Sue and Josie were so poor, they could barely afford food and medicine. All they could do was try to sell some of their paintings.
The wind is very strong, and I'm coming. How are you? Have you been gotten along? Have you taken your medicine? Hey, Josie, right? Can you hear me? What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
Just leave.
Jonesy was too weak to respond and stared listlessly out the window.
What about that, Josie?
They are just like me.
Distressed by Jonesy's notion, Sue closed the curtain.
Oh no, you are nothing like them.
Oh no, Sue. Don't do that. I want to see the Leslie. When the Leslie weather and fall, I will die too.
Jonesy sat helplessly, patched by Jonesy's condition. Sue decided to consult a doctor.
What you doing, doctor? Is there any issue about that?
I know Tina, but for the moment, she has nowhere to live. She may believe that she can live and get better. The man medicine, hope, and encouragement.
Sue sat up day and night making illustrations for magazines just to make enough for Jonesy's medicine. Jonesy lay in bed beside her and gazed sadly out the window.
6, 5, 4. One more has fallen. 4.
Josie, what are you doing?
See, only 3 left now. When the Leslie fall, I will die too.
How can you say that? You are not believe.
The wind must be very strong outside.
Josie, please be strong. The doctor said you will be alright.
I'm so tired of cutting all the time. I'm seeing you work so hard to support me. I want to rest and to find a way quietly to leave this falling leaf like that.
Sue and Josie had a neighbor called Mr. Barman. He was a painter too, but he hadn't painted anything in a long time. He helped Sue with her magazine illustration.
Tell me, how is Josie?
She's in we. She is there. She was high one of the leaves. From the ankle of the fallen. The doctor said she can still recover. If she find a way to live.
Heavy winds howled towards the street that night, and raindrops pattered against the window pane. Mr. Barman watched the storm outside. He wanted to find a way to help Jonesy, but he was very poor himself. Sue was never as well, and sat by Jonesy's side that night until she fell asleep. One morning dawned, Jonesy woke up feeling alien.
These not all be going on right. So, please open the curtain and let me see them.
She was afraid of what would happen.
Please, Sue, I want to see. Let's leave.
You will get better, and you will go and open them yourself.
Sue didn't want to open the curtains, but when she saw tears in Jonesy's eyes, she had no choice. Slowly, she went up to the window and grabbed the curtains with trembling hands, closed her eyes and pushed them open. Despite the wind and the strong winds, the last leaf was still there, holding on to its branch.
Look, Sue, the last leaf survived.
You see, Jonesy, it was strong, and it lived through the rainstorm.
Sue, I will be like the leaf. I will get better. I have the world to live now.
Jonesy and Sue embraced, crying tears of joy. Sue decided to inform the doctor.
Hello, doctor. I'm Sue. I want to say about Jonesy. I think she has found a way to live and recover very soon. Thank you so much.
Yes, Jonesy, who has been great. This is not me. You know, your neighbor, Mr. Barman, got to the hospital this morning. He was found lying in the street, sick and hand frozen. His son was stunned with pain. Would he have been painting something?
Oh, I thought so. Why would be out there? Maybe in the pool, eh? Okay. So how is he now? Please tell me.
He don't make it. I'm sorry.
Sue looked again at the last ivy leaf and suddenly realized that it wasn't moving in the wind. She began to cry quietly, mourning for Master Barman's sacrifice. Master Barman hoped Jonesy can find her strength in this pain.
The last leaf clings to the bough. Just one leaf, that's all there is now. And my last hope lives with that lonely leaf with the